Good morning, Kate.
Good morning, sir.
Rise and shine.
That's right.
That is one beautiful picture with those rhododendrons in the background. I'm going to come a little closer to you. I know, because I'm your brother and I'm your pastor, you love to worship. You love to worship.
Yep.
And I know in my own heart that there's such a thing as worshiping our way out of difficult situations.
Yeah.
Is worship something you do every day?
Absolutely. Our life is supposed to be worship.
Ed is really talk. When the Lord set a secret place to pray and worship, that's not always at an altar or in a room or in a closet. I know you go out in nature, don't you?
Yeah. Every day I'm out there and I worship and I pray. And sometimes I preach to the turtles.
You what? You preach to the turtles? That's
Well,
awesome.
that was my victim for today, was the turtle.
A turtle. Did they come to the altar when you were through?
No, at that point the dogs went to him and he was scared, so he didn't do anything.
Could you give our listeners a nugget about true worship? Really, what's that mean? I mean, there's lots of people listening. They don't have a clue. They think worship's what the choir does, and they just sit there and take it in. But that's not. Worship is so much. Talk to us for just a second about what you think worship really is.
Yeah, well, worship is our outward representation of what our relationship is with the Lord.
That is so true. That is so true. You know, nowadays when people go to church, when they go to church, what they think worship is so dignified and so structured. But I've seen you before the Lord waving your hands. I've seen you weep and cry, and you and Greg, and I do that too. Wouldn't it be good for people if they just pour their heart out to God and, just actually just their emotions? And what do you think of that? Do you ever pour yourself out before God?
I think that worship puts things in perspective. If we really, really think about who God is and what God does for us and who God is to us, then I think that everything else is put in perspective with that.
In other words, after you really spend some time worshiping, isn't it true you start to see all the problems of life differently? Isn't that true?
Absolutely.
It is for me.
Yeah, because He is God and we are not.
Yeah.
And yet He has given of Himself so that our relationship could be restored with Him.
That is so true.
And He's always pursuing us.
He is.
We might walk away from Him, but He never changes.
Oh, man. I don't know what that does to anybody else, but when I hear a statement like that, even though I know it and I've known it for years, that just it's like the Spirit says to my heart, that's right, that's truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can count on me to be a pursuer. Isn't that neat? Hey, take a minute and give lots of people watch this. Give a little advertisement for the ladies group and for the ladies meeting you got coming up and that type of thing. Just give a promo for that. Would you please do that?
So the 28th of August, we're going to have our third annual ladies retreat at the church. It's going to begin at 10, go till about 3, and the theme this year is Women Arise. And we have a speaker, and then we have Elva Hurst coming, who does these chalk talks.
Oh, she's good.
Yeah, so it's just a day of relaxation in the Lord, and it's for any woman that wants to come.
Even from a distance?
Oh yeah, any age.
Is there a charge for it?
No.
It's free?
Free.
Okay. What about the two?
But you do have to register.
You do have to register?
Yes. You just have to either call the church or call my number, which is 717-677-0799.
That's fantastic. There's also other ladies that listen on here that would be blessed if they could be a part of that Tuesday ladies' Bible time. Tell them about that for a moment, would you please?
Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock at the church, we meet to study the Word. We have a book that we study out of, and the book is free. We have coffee, we have snacks, and the women have really, we're starting our 5th year in June, and the women have really become a family. And
My wife
a lot of
loves
them have rearranged their schedules just so
Yes.
they can come.
My wife loves it. She really does. And the Lord's blessing it.
Oh, yeah.
There's more people coming all the time.
Yeah.
But even if you had to drive a distance to get here for that, it would really bless you. It
Yeah,
really
just
would.
whatever Tuesday you can come.
You don't have to belong to our church to do this.
Oh,
There's
no,
people
no, there are
come that
people
go to
in
other
there that-
churches.
Yeah,
And there's no pressure to join our church. We're just a part of the family of God.
that's right.
All right? You got any closing thoughts, Kate?
Yes, you should join the church because it's the best church I've ever been at.
I hear a voice in the background. Back, just a minute, I'll be over to you.
Go and serve the Lord.
That's good. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to slip around here. I heard a voice over my shoulder. He was on yesterday's Rise and Shine. Are you still sitting here on this tractor?
Yeah, I did.
In the same place you were yesterday?
I like to be on my tractor.
What were you saying?
I said that when you said that you don't have to join the church, you should join the church. I've been to a lot of churches. This is the best church I've ever been at. The most loving people I've ever seen, and they're so accepting. You can be you, and trust me, I'm a little different.
No kidding.
Yep.
Their pastors are a little different too.
Yep. And the pastors are real people, and that's important. The pastors are both real people. I mean, I won't get into it, but I was actually going to call both of them and tell them how nice it is to have pastors that are human. They don't think they're above you. They don't think you're below them. We're all on this journey together, and they're just trying to lead the sheep because God called them to do that. But I love them both. They're terrific, and I call them amongst my friends. And I actually don't have a bunch of friends. I don't say you're my friend easily.
Doesn't come lightly, does it?
No, it doesn't.
You tested me out, didn't you?
Yep.
You checked me out.
Yep.
Here's what Greg did. He said, want to check you out. He goes hundreds of miles away from home. And, he says, if I ever get stuck halfway between home and my work, would you come and get me?
And you said, yep, you come and get me. And I tested a little bit the other day. My cows are having, and that's what, my one cow got really sick out in the meadow having a calf, and we got another one calving, and I went to see a friend, and I asked Pastor Ken if he would check on my cows. He said, of course I'll check on your cows. And he called me and told me they're doing all right. And he said, anytime, he said, you need me to feed them, anything that you need, he will do for me. And I believe that. And it's, again, people say that lightly, and you really don't want to do it. You're just saying it, but he means it.
Jesus said, greater love has no man than this, that a man lay down his life for
a friend.
A friend.
Yep.
That means putting your friend first.
Yep.
It really does.
Yep.
That's a good principle. Would you take a minute and tell them about the special event that you have going on here at the farm, the first Saturday of every month? There's guys out there that are going to come to this as a result of your invitation here right today.
The first Saturday of every month, we have a prayer breakfast here. You don't have to pray. It's just men who get together who love the Lord. We eat breakfast. We talk about men stuff, but we pray. The most important part is to go to the Lord. And I think even if you don't pray, it helps you to hear other men who love the Lord. You're not alone out there if you love the Lord. There is other people that love him. And we're also going to do a Bible study on the first Saturday in the afternoon at 4 o'clock. We'll see how that goes. The prayer breakfast turns out pretty well, so we'll see how that goes, because believe it or not, it takes a lot to set up a table for 15 to 20 people. So we figured we might as well keep it up the whole day. But please come. There's nothing expected of you. You don't have to go to our church. I think you should, but you don't have to go to our church. And you're welcome. The first Saturday of every month at 8 o'clock. And the guys come anywhere from 7:30 on to between 8, and there's one particular man who comes about 8:15.
Yeah, he wants in on all that good food before we get here. That's our...
Yep.
We have a great time, Greg. And the friendship thing is two-sided. You know, I was driving by and I saw you here, and I could not continue up the road and feel right without just stopping and saying hi.
Well, I'm glad you did, and
That's what you do at my place.
I do.
You clown. You come up in front of my place.
I do.
And you find all kind of obstacles to put right in front of my door, and you're the only person that does that. So when we come home and find, you know, boots there and all kind of stuff, I said, Greg's been here.
Yep. Well, I want you to know that I care enough that I was there, and it's my signal to let you know I was there. I care enough to be there, and I love you, and I don't want to miss an opportunity to tell you I love you. Because in this life, we don't tell people enough we love them, and nor do we do this type of thing. But
I love you too, Greg.
I do love you.
God bless you, brother.
And as the pastor said earlier, but believe it or not, the Lord loves you more. And
He does.
He loves you more.
Yeah.
And anything you're going through, He will get you through. Just don't depart from Him.
Amen. That's true. Oh, folks out there in listening land, I hope you have a good day. Greg does. We're waving bye to you. We'll catch you on the flip-flop, okay? So rise and shine and have a great one.
Yep,
okay?
rise and shine.
Okay.